Lawrence, Kansas. Jeremy, Independent.
Thank you for taking my call. In terms of understanding this current political moment and the apparent level of criminality that we're dealing with, I'd like to quickly bring up some books, the authors and content of which C-SPAN should seriously consider featuring, especially in relationship to featuring a guest like Alan Dershowitz and his background and personal commitments. Number one, House of Trump, House of Putin, The Untold Story of Donald Trump and the Russian Mafia by Craig Unger really gives the background of the Trump organization as a money laundering organization that fits into the actual Russian deep state, i.e. national security apparatus with tied into organized crime. Number two, Red Mafia, How the Russian Mob Has Invaded America by deceased journalist Robert Friedman. And then number three, the set of books, Proof of Collusion, How Trump Betrayed America, and now Proof of Conspiracy, How Trump's International Collusion is Threatening American Democracy by Seth Abramson. And then finally, I would ask Mr. Dershowitz to also address the topic of Zev Shalev at Narrative, the Israeli-born former CBS News executive producer, and Whitney Webb, who have reported that Jeffrey Epstein was being run by Israeli military intelligence as disclosed by Ari Ben-Menashe, and the allegations in the book Robert Maxwell, Israel Super Spy, that Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert Maxwell, was a KGB and Israeli intelligence agent who worked with the Red Mafia and Mogilevich to set up money laundering instruments around the world. So, Mr. Dershowitz, your background in defending Pollard and then Epstein suggests that you might be an agent of a Russian-Israeli axis. So I'd ask you to address that from a Jewish American patriot of conscience perspective. That's me.
Okay. I mean, that's just paranoid drivel. The fact that I'm a Russian agent and I'm an Israeli agent, I'm an independent person. I represented Jonathan Pollard because I thought his sentence was way, way excessive. And the idea that Russia and Israel combined together, they're basically enemies. I mean, Russia supports Syria, Russia supports Iran, Russia supports indirectly Hezbollah, people who are dedicated to the complete destruction of Israel. Russia votes against Israel at the United Nations on almost every occasion. I'm very proud of my career as a criminal defense lawyer. I have defended some of the most controversial people in history. I think of myself in the tradition of John Adams, who represented the Boston Massacre soldiers who were accused. I think of myself in the tradition of so many other defense lawyers throughout history who have endured criticism for defending the most unpopular people of their age and generation. I'm 81 years old. I hope to continue to defend people you don't like and people who most Americans don't like, because the need for a defense attorney to stand up to excesses of the prosecution and paranoid excesses of the kind you've expressed in your views about Epstein working for the Mossad. What intelligence agency would trust Jeffrey Epstein to work for them? These are just allegations that are being thrown out there. There's no truth whatsoever to any of them, and certainly no truth to any claim that I have ever been an agent for any foreign country. I'm a loyal, patriotic American. My grandparents came here to get away from the oppressions of Eastern Europe. We love America. We're patriotic. And I'm going to continue to do what I think the American Constitution demands of me, defend people who are accused, wrongly or rightly, of serious matters.